What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. My name is UnrealEntGaming, and welcome back to another episode of this week's Fan Mail of the Week, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving for everybody out there who is going to be celebrating Thanksgiving this week. Thanksgiving is going absolutely amazing. There is food all over the place. Of course, the weather is brutally cold, and I really hope that we just go on ahead and pass through this winter relatively quickly, because I myself cannot wait until the spring of next year for various reasons. Dragon Ball Z, the Avengers 2, a whole bunch of great stuff, and including good weather. So I really hope all of you guys to actually take the time to spend this moment with your friends and your family, and just be grateful that you're alive, and be grateful for what the things that you have, because somewhere out there in the world today there are people out there who aren't so fortunate as you guys. So Thanksgiving is all about, cherishing your moments with your family, with your friends, with your loved ones, and just make sure you guys are safe, and I hope you guys enjoy your Thanksgiving. So, and before I do that, everybody, I hope you all go take the time to check out my second channel. The link will be in the description below at UnrealEnt Network. Like I said for the past couple of weeks, guys, this channel will offer a whole bunch of awesome stuff that you will not find on here, including a lot of alternative Dragon Ball Z battles and walkthroughs, a lot of vlogs, a lot of, hilarious stuff, skits or whatever. So I hope you guys go on ahead and check that out. So everybody, let's begin with our first question of this week. I am extremely cold, and I'm very, very hungry, by the way, because I'm just like, I'm trying to indulge over here, and it's just like, meh. So let's begin with our first question of the week, everybody, which is from Tyler Martinez, who has a really awesome picture of Goku, by the way. Hey, Alex, thank you so much for answering my fan mail questions. No problem, man. Your UnrealEnt Network channel is amazing, by the way, so here are my questions. Thank you, man. Question number 1. Where do you think the Dragon Ball Z story would have gone if Cell managed to kill Gohan? Question 2. Do you believe in outside life, like life on other planets, aliens? Why or why not do you think they're here? Question number 3, wrestling fans. If you had to keep one, fire one, and push one, what would you do? Seth Rollins, Dolph Ziggler, or Daniel Bryan? Oh, that's freaking hard, man. Question number 4, if you had to fuse 2 characters together, who would they be and why? The options are Goten, Trunks, Pikkon, Cell, Janemba, and Super Android 13. Question number 5, what would you do if The Walking Dead ended in Season 6? Will they find the cure? Well, thank you for your questions, actually, Mr. Tyler. Well, to answer your first question, where do I think Dragon Ball Z would have gone if Cell killed Gohan? If Cell killed Gohan, Cell would have been the most powerful, entity around. By him being able to destroy a Super Saiyan 2 with no problem, I'm pretty sure he would be able to hold his own throughout the universe. Of course, it would have been so interesting to see how things would have played off if Cell encountered Majin Buu. I think we all would have wondered, 7 years later, how exactly would have Cell fared up against Majin Buu. First of all, we wouldn't even know if the planet would still be around. Cell did want to destroy it, but then again, what would Cell do if he did destroy it? Who knows? Maybe his option would be to just explore other planets and whatnot. I'm pretty sure he would have came across Pikkon, and Pikkon probably would have just beaten the piss out of him either way, because as we saw when Pikkon first encountered Cell, he pretty much bitch Celled out really fast. So, he beat the piss out of him, he beat the mess out of him. So, I think if Cell survived, it would have made for a very interesting story. Now, he did survive in the Dragon Ball Multiverse fan manga, which was very, very cool. His powers were tripled ever since. He was able to compete with Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So if Cell survived, I think it would have been absolutely amazing, number 1. Number 2, I also would have felt as if I really wanted to see what would have happened if Majin Buu encountered him, because they both know regeneration, and Cell is sort of like a manipulator when it comes to fighting. He's a very strategic fighter, so that would have been awesome to see either way. To answer your second question, yes, I do believe on life on other planets. I do believe in aliens, and I do believe that aliens might be here. This all goes back to the early Egyptian days, to the early days of nomads and whatnot. I feel as if we've gained too much, but yet we still know so little. Like, for example, the pyramids. The pyramids are directly aligned with the equator and with the sun and whatnot. It's absolutely incredible to see the geography and geology behind the pyramids, the Sphinx, and and mind you, like, so many things prior to that and after that, with documented cases. The Egyptians are a prime example of people that were around that were documenting, seeing these fiery discs in the sky land and whatever, and all these things happening, so Personally, for me, I am a Christian. I do believe in Jesus Christ and God, but I also feel as if there are life outside of this world, because I can't sit here and conjure up the fact that we're the only ones here. That's impossible. That's truly impossible. That cannot be the case. We cannot be the only living life forms in this solar system, in the universe. That's impossible. So do I believe that aliens might be here? I do believe so. Why wouldn't they? People might say, well, why would they? I mean, we're such, prehistoric creatures. Yes, we are. We're very primitive. We as a species only use about 7% of our brains. That's pretty sad, like, if that, probably 5%. I mean, people that walk the earth today, they're not so intelligent. We do have a small hand of people that are very, very bright and intellectually gifted, but the majority of the people walking around are just, they don't use the full capabilities of their brains. They don't utilize so much, but I do believe that there might be life outside of Earth, possibly on the moon that we don't know about, or probably do know about, like our governments know about it, but they don't want to say nothing because, of mass panic and stuff like that. On Mars as well. Mars is another place that I feel as if, something might be around and whatnot. I mean, I firmly believe that life does exist, and for us to say that it doesn't, I feel as if, we're being very ignorant and we're not looking at the bigger picture here, because if you really think about it, we haven't even explored Mars fully yet. So who are we to say that there isn't something on Mars that we don't know about? So I firmly believe that there is life outside of this world. To answer your third question, this is hard. Keep one, fire one, and push one. Oh crap. I would probably fire Dolph Ziggler. I would keep Daniel Bryan, and I would push Seth Rollins. As difficult as that may be, I want to ask you guys the same questions for those of you out there that are wrestling fans. Keep one, fire one, push one. What would they be out of those three? Let me know in the comment section below. And to answer your fourth question, if I had to fuse two characters, I would probably fuse Janemba and Cell. Janemba and Cell would definitely be a very interesting combo. Another interesting combo that I think I would do would probably be Cell and Super 13. But aside from that, we already seen Goten and Trunks. I don't think Pikkon would fit correctly with anybody else, probably aside from Janemba, Pikkon and Janemba. But aside from that, it would be Cell and Janemba, Cell and Super Android 13, and Pikkon and Cell. Those would be my three that I would combine together, I guess you could say. And to answer your fifth question, if The Walking Dead ended at season 6, I would be so disappointed. For those of you out there that have been watching The Walking Dead, just as I have these last couple of weeks, it's been absolutely amazing. I mean, the way the story's pertaining, the way the characters are developing, the way the zombies have become more aggressive and, more hungry and whatnot, it's crazy. So, they have confirmed the season 6. And I actually read somewhere where they said that they have plans to continue The Walking Dead until the year 2021, I believe, which is crazy because they have plans to keep pushing The Walking Dead, 6, 7, 8 years from now. It's awesome to know that, but at the same time, in which direction would they go in? Like how exactly would they be able to finish this off without the characters pretty much, God forbidding, dying off before the season? You know what I mean? Like, for example, what if Norman Reedus actually died, God forbid, next year or something? Like, how would the series continue? How would you go about certain things? It would be very critical. At the same time, the characters would get very, very old, and it would be cool to see how, things progress over a very long period of time, with Rick and Carl and Carol and Daryl and Tyrese and everybody, you know what I mean? But for me, if it ended at season 6, I would be very disappointed. I would love to see this end at like season fucking 13 or something. Like, just keep pushing the damn series. It's absolutely amazing. The Walking Dead is by far one of the best TV shows I have ever seen in my entire life. And, I used to watch a lot of TV shows when I was younger, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Full House, Married with Kids, all those sitcoms like, Seinfeld and, Friends and all that kind of stuff. And nothing, man, nothing comes close to The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead is its own standalone franchise, and without The Walking Dead, honestly, I probably wouldn't be watching television at all. And the only reason why I do watch The Walking Dead is because the story has become so interesting that it just draws you in, and once it draws you in, that is it. You can't come out. So, but once again, Mr. Tyler, thank you for the questions, and I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving, my friend. And now, moving on to the next question, which is from Edwin. Hey there, man, longtime fan. I just wanted to say thank you for all the time and effort you put into Unreal Network and UnrealEnt universe. You are what it means to be a great human being. Thank you, man. That really means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Anyways, bro, here are my questions. All right, question number 1. What would be the first 5 things you would do if you woke up and had $1 million, and why? Question number 2, what do you think is the best TV show running today? Example, Walking Dead, Breaking Bad, etc., and why? Question number 3, what do you expect from the upcoming Resident Evil 7 video game? Do you think that this is going to be the last Capcom Resident Evil video game? What do you expect to see? And lastly, question number 4, what if Bardock fought Frieza as a Super Saiyan 1? Who would win? Well, Edwin, thank you for the questions. It really means a lot to me, and thank you for the compliment as well. If I woke up tomorrow and I had $1 million, the first thing I would do, the very first thing would be I would try my best to invest that money into something so I can make more. You know, I feel as if, you know, the best thing for anybody to do once they have a lot of money is to invest it to make more money. So that would be the first thing I would do. The second thing I would do is I would definitely go on ahead and probably help out a lot of my friends and a lot of people that I know that are really struggling with a lot of things, and just help them out with that. The third thing I'll probably do is I would definitely move out of Brooklyn. That's the first thing I would do. I would move out of Brooklyn and get myself a nice chair somewhere, because this chair has been pissing me off. My ass hurts every time I do fan mail, but I do it for you guys. I've been doing it for like 90+ weeks, and it's crazy, over 2 years of fan mail. And the last thing I would probably do is, I don't know, I'd probably buy a whole bunch of food. I would buy so much damn food that, you know, my refrigerator couldn't even be able to hold it all. I mean, I would get so much food. But I mean, $1 million nowadays, it can go by really, really fast, depending on how you spend and you know, save and all that kind of stuff. So for me personally, it all varies, but those would be the first 5 things I would have to say I would do, to be honest. To answer your 5th question, the best TV show on today, as I just answered, would be The Walking Dead, because The Walking Dead brings you, you know, a sense of reality, a sense of grasp of, like, you know, how things would be in real life. The story is captivating. The characters are amazing. The zombies are just brutal and vicious. So I think the story plays off very, very well. And I would have to say The Walking Dead. Now, some people might say Gotham, some people might say Arrow, some people might say The Flash, some people might say, you know, Breaking Bad, some people might say Sons of Anarchy, some people might say, you know, other stuff as well, such as Dexter or, you know, Vampire Diaries. But for me, I would have to say The Walking Dead. So let me know in the comment section below, guys, on what your favorite TV show currently running today is and why. I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on that. To answer your 3rd question, oh my god, Resident Evil 7. All right, let me just say this. If they do manage to come out with Resident Evil 7, they have to do the game correctly. If they fail to fucking execute, you know, on all of the platforms they need to execute on, then I will officially give up on Resident Evil. Resident Evil, I mean, it's a standalone franchise. It's supposed to be built, you know, around survival horror, just like Shinji Mikami's The Evil Within. But instead, you know, they're going in the opposite direction. They're trying to make it more action-based and stuff like that. And that's truly not cool, you know what I mean? So for me, I would truly like to see more out of Resident Evil 7. Do I think it might be Capcom's last game? Perhaps. We have Resident Evil Revelations 2 coming out in a very short time. I mean, the things that I expect to see are this: major improvements, survival horror, and if they don't put somebody as a relevant, you know, main character, then I do believe that they're going to kill the entire franchise. I understand a lot of people are into action games today, such as Battlefield and Call of Duty and, you know, Sunset Overdrive and stuff like that. But I mean, when you have the title of Resident Evil, you don't think of shotguns and quick scopes and snipers and handguns. You think of zombies and survival and desperation and great storytelling and great character development and all that kind of stuff. So if they don't include that, I feel as if Resident Evil 7 is just going to go down the drain, because they need to execute on this. They need to build on this, because if they don't, it's truly going to fall flat on its ass. So And to answer your fourth question, Super Saiyan Bardock versus full-powered Frieza. I would have to say probably full-powered Frieza because Bardock wouldn't have the experience. Granted, I feel as if Bardock would try to finish the job and kill Frieza right off the bat. Trying to think here. I don't know. It's hard to say, I guess, but yeah, I'm sticking with Frieza on this one if I think about it, because Bardock did beat Lord Chill really, really fast and relatively quickly, but Frieza gave Super Saiyan Goku a run for his money, so I would have to say Frieza. I think it'd be an awesome fight, but if I'm actually boiling this down to the very T, I would have to say Frieza. I really, really believe Frieza would probably take the ball on that one. So against Bardock at that level, I would have to say Frieza. I'm sorry. But anyways, Mr. Edwin, thank you for the questions, my friend, and I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving, bro. And now, once again, moving on to the next question, which is from Lewis Tanner. Hey, Alex, thank you for answering my questions. Here they are. All right, question number 1. If you were the director of Godzilla 2, how would you go about creating a sequel to Godzilla 2014, and what would you do? Question number 2. What was your favorite memory of 2013 and 2014? Question number 3. Unreal Entertainment Universe is coming along amazing. What is one thing we should look forward to? Question number 4. Which fusion character would win in the following battle? Baby Janemba or Vegito? Well, thank you for the questions, Mr. Lewis. To answer your first question, if I was the director of Godzilla and I had to follow up with a sequel, I would do just as they are doing right now. But instead of having, Mothra, I would actually include different characters. For me, the 3 characters I would include would be King Ghidorah. I would also include Destroya, and I would include a Muto Rodan. And this is why I say that. Now, number 1, I guess you could say King Ghidorah is like the Ultron of the Godzilla universe, and Destroya is pretty much the Thanos, aka, Galactus of the Godzilla universe. And Rodan would be a very fierce competitor as well. I would consider Rodan to be low-key if we had to compare all of this to Marvel. The first thing I would do is I would make a follow-up to Godzilla 2 leading into the whole Muto story. Dr. Serizawa discovers more Muto creatures and whatnot, and one of the creatures that just so happens to emerge would be Rodan, and he is a Muto version of, Rodan and whatnot. It doesn't have to be a pterodactyl and whatnot. It could also embody different features. I would definitely have it to where Rodan resembles a Muto, like with red eyes, like, just the way the Muto looked, not necessarily the exact same, with the mouth and the head and the arms or whatever, but picture a pterodactyl and, one of the Mutos combined, like I would have this, creature be all out crazy, and Dr. Serizawa can be like, wow, this is Muto number 3, this is the 3rd Muto we ever discovered, but I'm going to name this one Rodan, and he gives a backstory to that, and then we have Rodan versus Godzilla, and then, possibly have, one more monster, make a very small, inconvenient, showcasing, I guess you could say, and have Godzilla crush him. But after that, for after he's done with Rodan, I would probably say add King Ghidorah in the second one as well. So you have a Muto version of Rodan and King Ghidorah. Now, I would make the movie definitely 3 hours long. I would have King Ghidorah kill Rodan, and I would have Godzilla kill King Ghidorah. It would be like an all-out triple threat battle, like every monster for themselves. Rodan is fighting Godzilla, and he's fighting King Ghidorah. King Ghidorah is fighting Godzilla and Rodan, and Godzilla is fighting both Rodan and King Ghidorah. And eventually, I would have King Ghidorah, be defeated by Godzilla in the very end. Probably not kill him off, probably save him for something, but which eventually leads into movie number 3, which could have, Destroya, in it and whatnot, and Destroya is pretty much like the embodiment of all that's, carnage and whatnot, and you have Destroya pretty much stomp out Godzilla and stuff like that. So, the way people want to see it, a lot of people want to see Mechagodzilla, a lot of people want to see Biollante, a lot of people want to see Anguirus, a lot of people want to see, stuff like that. I definitely feel as if Destroya is one of the most worthy characters because he did give Godzilla a huge run for his money back when they first, collided and whatnot. So, for me personally, I feel like those two would definitely clash and have one epic-ass fucking battle. So, that's just the way I would do it, save the best for last, and then possibly, if you're you're going to do a Godzilla 4, you know, have King Ghidorah return this time, you know, after not seeing him in the second film be defeated by Godzilla. You have King Ghidorah come out of nowhere. He's back. King Ghidorah is fucking pissed. You know, all hell breaks loose in an initiative, and then, you know, you can just go off of that. So, but that would be my little segment if I had to pick and choose. To answer your second question, the best memories and the worst memories of 2014. Well, I've had a lot of favorite memories. I've had lots of great memories, to be honest. But this year, I've also had some very bad memories. I'm not really I guess you could say I'm not so much of a private person like that. I love to share my life with you guys because I feel like as human beings, you know, we only live once, so you might as well just leave your legacy behind. Ladies and gentlemen, this year has been very good and very bad. It's been very good in an aspect where I've been wrestling a lot more this year. For anybody who's a wrestling fan who knows me, I am a wrestler. I love wrestling. I love professional wrestling. It's something that I want to do for the rest of my life. I do want to be and work for the WWE, and I'm striving my hardest to get there. And of course, you know, I've had a lot of, you know, lots and lots of ups this year. I wrestled people by the likes of Jigsaw from Ring of Honor, Shane Strickland from CZW. I've wrestled the Amazing Red from TNA and Mikey Whipwreck, you know, the guy who beat Stone Cold Steve Austin. I've competed in various matches, such as dog collar matches and I Quit matches, steel cage matches and stuff like that, gauntlet matches. I'm very humbled by that. Also on the fact that I've experienced many, many great things with my friends. Went to go see great movies, got, you know, great games for the consoles and whatnot. But I've also had lots of bad memories. Well, one of my worst memories, I guess you could say, would be the passing of my good friend Vinny. One of my good wrestling friends and, you know, close friends from wrestling died. Vinny the Voice, rest in peace, Vinny the Voice. Vinny was a great guy. He died very unexpectedly. He was pronounced brain dead, and that was pretty much very devastating on, I believe it was October 16th. That was pretty bad. Another bad memory would be having to buy a car, because ever since I got my car, I have been losing a lot of money due to insurance and stuff like that. You know, I had to pay off my insurance. I had to, you know, pay off the car. And, you know, that pretty much sucks because I have to work 3 jobs, you know, and it's very, very, very hard. I condone the working man because I am a working man. I drive a truck, I do delivery, and I work in a bank, and it's incredibly hard as it is, you know, so much pressure. Literally, I'm poor, but it is what it is. I'm very grateful for being poor. I'd rather be poor than be dead. But yeah, a lot of my favorite memories, you know, Paul's birthday, having to give him a cake. That was another bad memory, not spending as much time with the Cobb Brothers Gaming, my good friend Paul. Love that kid to death. You know, there's been a lot of things, you know what I mean, that were just good and bad. 2013 was very boring. I mean, it was cool because I went to WrestleMania and I went to do all these things. But it was also pretty much a bad year. And this year has been a great year, way better than last year. But, I mean, everything could always get better, so, you know, within time, I guess you could say, we'll find out. I really hope that 2015 is going to be good as well, because I have a lot of things that I want to do for you guys, you know, giveaways and, you know, interactions and stuff like that. I was actually planning on doing a contest where if you win the contest, you get to hang out with me and my friends, go to the movies and stuff like that for an entire day, and just, you know, kick back with us for a little bit. So, to answer your third question, UnrealEnt Universe, yes, I haven't been plugging that channel because I have something very special for that channel. A lot of you guys know my second channel at UnrealEnt Network, which I have some really epic stuff on there. Over on UnrealEnt Universe, however, I will be having a lot more group interactions with my friends, my coworkers and stuff that have to do with vlogs and reviews and some pretty professional epic things, you know what I mean? Like music especially, like my friend, you know, at Talk Dylan, you know, he is going to be, you know, doing some music covers and stuff like that, Dragon Ball Z and whatever. So we have a lot of things that we have planned for the coming year or whatnot. I mean, there's going to be a lot of things that you guys are going to see that you guys are going to, you know, absolutely love. But like I just said, I'm going to keep UnrealEnt Universe on the low for a little bit because we're still working on, you know, production and our own game and animation on there and stuff like that. We're going to have some pretty cool stuff, you know what I mean? Like possibly have, you know, my character Raikon emerge for the first time as a playable character and stuff like that. So we're going to have some pretty epic stuff. And to answer your final question between Baby Janemba and Vegito, Vegito would lose. I'm sorry. Anybody else who's for Vegito right now, how exactly would Vegito be able to stop Baby Janemba? You know what I mean? Like, Baby is a fucking strong-ass character as it is. Now, imagine Janemba fused with him, you know? I do believe if Vegito was a Super Saiyan 3, I do believe he would have more than a chance to defeat him. But if Vegito was a Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2, I do believe Vegito would lose. There is no way that Vegito would be able to survive that, to be honest. So I would have to go more towards Baby Janemba, just for the simple fact that I believe that Baby Janemba would pose a very, very ominous threat. And given the fact that, you know, Baby's controlling him, I guess you could say he would be more relaxed, because Janemba seems like the type of character that will blow everything up. But for me personally, I feel as if, you know, with, you know, Baby controlling Janemba, everything should be suitable and statable, you know, for the time being. So, but anyways, my friend, thank you for the question, Mr. Lewis, and I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving, my friend. And now moving on to the next question, which is from Victor. Hey, Alex, love your videos. Now on to the questions. Thank you, man. I greatly appreciate it. Question number 1, do you have a problem with anybody who doesn't accept your religious beliefs or something else? Absolutely not. I'll answer that right now. Question number 2, do you think Akira Toriyama rushed Dragon Ball Z with introducing the gods, or do you think it's about time they faced an all-powerful being? Thanks for answering these questions, and I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a wonderful day as well, my friend. To answer your first question, do I have a problem with anybody who doesn't accept what I believe? No, I really don't. There are a lot of people out there that believe the same thing I do, and there are a lot of people who don't. And if you're an atheist, if you're a Muslim, if you're a Buddhist, if you're a Scientologist, if you're a whateverist, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I'm not gonna hate you. I'm not gonna kill you. I'm not gonna be mad. I'm not gonna cry just because you don't accept what I believe. I am a Christian. I believe in Christ and God, and there are other people that believe in different things, just like there are other people that believe the same things. So, do I have a problem with that? No. We all believe what we believe, but here's the thing. This is something that we all have to agree on. We are not the only ones that are present in existence. That is number 1 that I do want to point out. And what I mean by that, we aren't the only ones that exist. That is irrefutable. Whether it be aliens, whether it be otherworldly dimensions that, you know, possess beings, I don't know. But we are absolutely not the only living life form on this planet or on this universe, in this universe. That is impossible. I challenge anybody who's hearing the sound of my voice to rebuttal on the fact that we are the only ones that exist in terms of life forms. And surprisingly enough, there will be people that will say we are the only ones in the universe. There are people out there that will say that. And yes, I do believe in God and I do believe in Christ, but I also believe that as a creator, you know, especially being God, if you were God, why would you create only one set of human beings or one set of species or whatever, you know what I mean? Why not create other things as well? So that's what I feel like God did. God created other things as well. Then again, I could be wrong. I don't know. It's just a theory of mine. I mean, just thinking about the universe and the complexity of this planet and everything around us, it's just like, whoa, you know what I mean? So, if you believe otherwise, if you believe that we're the only ones, if you guys believe that there are other ways to get into the path that you need to go on, that's fine. Who am I to judge any of you? You know what I mean? Just like who are any of you to judge me? You know, we're all on this planet. We're all living together. I'm not hurting nobody. Nobody's hurting me. So that's just the way we have to go about things, you know? But no, I don't have a problem whatsoever because people have different views on so many different things. So I'm not going to challenge anybody and go, oh, I think you're wrong because you suck in this shit. You know, that's just childish. I don't have time for that, and quite frankly, if somebody wants to belittle me or laugh at me or challenge me to something or just, you know, like make me out to be like this stupid human being, whatever, man, you can do whatever you want. You're a human being. I mean, you have opinions and stuff. Do what you want. Say what you want. It ain't gonna affect me. I'll tell you that much. So. And to answer your second question, Akira Toriyama rushing Dragon Ball Z. Well, the gods do seem like they're very, very oddly placed there in a sense. Like, they just came out of the blue. Like, they're so freaking random. Beerus, Whis, and even God Goku. It's like, where the heck did God Goku even fit in all of this? You know what I mean? So, it is a very cool thing to see these things happen because, hey, you know, this is a new form, a new era of characters and whatnot that we haven't seen before. So, I'm actually very grateful on that. But do I feel like he rushed it? No, he had plenty of time. He had like 20 somewhat years to think of new characters or a new story or whatever the case may be. So for 20 years, this guy's been jerking his dick around. So, I mean, I'm happy that the dude actually, you know, has been putting in work and he's been trying to make things popular again. But, yeah, I mean, if I had 20 years to work on my manga, shit, I would take a few years off and just kick back and whack my beef a little bit before I started getting into it. But I don't feel like he rushed it because what is there to rush? You know what I mean? Like, he did everything he needed to do in Dragon Ball Z. I mean, he could make more, and, you know, the possibility is endless, but... Ooh, sorry, I had a burp there. Oh my god, something's wrong with me. I'm dying. Fucking too much food earlier. But Beerus and Whis, I don't think they're rushed at all. I mean, why would they be rushed? They don't look like they're rushed characters. Perhaps maybe the overall story behind Battle of the Gods are rushed. But for me, there's just like an aura of presence that Beerus and Whis emit that I really cannot wait for, because once all of these characters start gaining more, you know, recognition, and once the story starts developing and there's more movies, I'm telling you right now, Beerus and Whis are going to be one of the most feared, you know, characters of all time. I mean, just as they are right now, but imagine the new characters that are going to be coming along. So, if anything's being rushed, I do believe that this next movie is being rushed. But you know what? Given the case may be, 2013 was the last time they released it in Japan, so Akira Toriyama technically has about a year and a half, 2 years to get things done. So, I don't feel like they're being rushed whatsoever, to be honest. So... But anyways, thank you for the questions, my friend, and I hope you have a very, very, very wonderful and warm Thanksgiving, my friend. And now moving on to the next question, which is from Lewis, the Super Saiyan God. That is awesome. Alex, you are a beast. Here are my questions. Question number 1, thoughts on a possible Raging Blast 3. Question number 2, thoughts on Captain America 3 Civil War. Well, Mr. Lewis, thank you for the 2 questions. I appreciate it. To answer your first question, Raging Blast 3, that is something we've all wanted to see for such a long time. Was it Trevianex? I forgot his name. Has been, you know, trying to push for Raging Blast 3. Anywhere where you guys see a Raging Blast 3, you know, support network, go support the idea of Raging Blast 3. If we can get Raging Blast 3 to come out, guys, I'm telling you right now, that'll be absolutely amazing, because they do depict, you know, scenarios that are just absolutely amazing. They do depict, you know, all the latest graphic textures and characters and stuff like that. I mean, with Xenoverse on the horizon, Xenoverse is going to be awesome. I'm not taking that away. Xenoverse is going to be one of the best Dragon Ball Z games of its time. But here's the thing. It's like Dragon Ball Xenoverse, I feel as if it wouldn't be able to compete with Raging Blast 3. Think about that for a second, you know. Raging Blast 2 had some awesome things. You know, they had what if characters and stuff like that. You know, so, I mean, they had, you know, amazing fight cinematics and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. So, for me, I would feel as if they really stepped it up with Raging Blast 3 and they added more what if characters like Super Saiyan 3 Trunks, if they added Super Saiyan God Vegeta, if they added, you know, more what if fusions with Super Buu, I think the game would play off very, 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 very well. Because you'd be able to get the support of the fans who want to play as these what-if characters, alongside with Beerus and Whis and God Goku and stuff like that, being able to recreate the Raging Blast 2 time frame with the whole controls and whatnot, but have a better utilization of the combat system and, you know, the moves themselves. I definitely support Raging Blast 3. Whoever supports Raging Blast 3, kudos to you. I do want to see a Raging Blast 3. And I really hope that we do. But honestly, at this point, with Dimps and with everybody doing what they do, I feel as if we probably won't get a Dragon Ball Z Raging Blast 3. It just seems so far-fetched, because as of right now, we're all patiently waiting to see what's going to happen after Xenoverse. But I do think Dragon Ball Z Raging Blast 3 would be the way to go, for sure. And to answer your final question, Captain America 3, I really hope that there is a civil war and that leads into, you know, the Avengers 3 with Thanos and stuff like that, having Team Captain America versus Team Iron Man, you know, having Iron Man possibly be the villain, you know, voting for the registration of all mutants and, you know, otherworldly creatures and stuff like that. You know, that would be awesome. So Captain America argues like it's not constitutional and this, that, and the third, and Iron Man's like, what do you mean? They're a danger to our species. Do you not remember Ultron and stuff like that? We need to register, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, just I think that'll be a great idea. And I think Captain America has become like the cool franchise for Marvel right now. Everybody's digging, you know, Captain America over anything else. So do I agree with that? Absolutely, I do. I would love to see a Civil War movie, but I don't know. As of right now, maybe they'll do it after the Avengers 3. So, but anyways, my friend, thank you for the question. I hope you have a wonderful day. And thank you all for watching once again, everybody. My name is UnrealEntGaming. If you guys are fans, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for all latest news, information, and updates. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit it up with a like and a favorite. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, everybody. Stay tuned for more. I hope you guys go on ahead and check out and subscribe to my second channel at UnrealEnt Network. The link will be in the description below, everybody, for those of you out there who want to go on ahead and check that out. Once again, everybody, I really greatly appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I'm about to go back to eating, either that or I might go to bed because I'm extremely freaking tired. But anyways, everybody, stay tuned for more. There is a lot more headed your way. I hope you all enjoyed. Stay warm, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Take it easy, everybody. Peace!